Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your whispers from your ancestors. Yes, baby. We are diving in deep today. We're going to kick off, darling dears, with the Lord's Prayer. If you know it, join in with me. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So beat mode. Energies up, 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 darling dears, as we dive in. I've got a number of things to draw your attention to before we kick off with the messages. The first is the second best thing you could ever have in your hands outside of your birth natal chart, darling dear. Follow the link to my Amazon storefront and pick it up. There is a psalm for every situation in your life, because you are never alone, and a big cat is the baddest cat when you have a prayer and a plan. Right. The second thing, you're thinking, Case, you've got so many dirty cups. No, babe, this is full of mocha. This I had to keep to show you, darling dear. My first cup of the day. Lean in, big cat. You must pay attention to the dredges in your cups. Right. Can you see here? The wolf, the fox. This speaks about an embittered enemy. Somebody who was sending lots of negative energy, which is noted by the bat. Yes, baby, the night terrors, right? Malicious words, everything that they was directing at you, because they see you as a trophy. Can you not see the stag? The stag also speaks about a new beginning, or in season, mating season. They possibly worrying whom you're going to be mixing your juices with. But let's carry on, darling dears. We also see a tree. The tree speaks about good luck, prosperity, and abundance. It also speaks about what? When you see the dots within the trees, this speaks about the country. Some of you've had to make a move, or about to make a move, a physical move, darling dear, to be amongst greenery, more in the countryside, because this is where you're going to find your what? Generational wealth, as noted by a trophy. A lot of negative dark energy was sent your way, darling dears, but as you notice, there is no bridge. The trees also bring to mind the tree of life, darling dear. Some of you was brought to the edge, and this also speaks about somebody's feeling as though they're on the edge at this moment in time. This message is a message of hope, darling dear. And joy always comes in the morning. The latter days is what you're working towards. This is what you need to understand. There is nothing that you cannot overcome. Why? Because you are being seen as a trophy by your ancestral team. Many are called, but few are chosen, darling dear. And the hardest task is for the strongest soldier. Why? You was chosen by your lineage to break generational curses. Right, darling dears. We're going to kick it off with a rune. Can you see properly? I want to make sure that you see everything that's going on. Oh, just the one, darling dears. Just the one. We have Canaz, darling dears. This is about knowledge. It also represents the Hermit Virgo energy in tarot. This is also about what? Spiritual knowledge, darling dears. This is about you tapping in, going within. This is also about learning a lesson and the ending of a cycle due to what? The revelations that were shown to you. This is also a message of hope, darling dear, for you to keep being inspired. It also speaks about what? False hope. Somebody was directing false hope towards you, or wanted you to be lost in some kind of fallacy. Understand, my dear big cat, nobody has control of your destination. They may interrupt your journey, as we saw, which was depicted in my mocha cup. A lot of negative energies were sent your way. This is why you was tasked with going within the DNS. Had to look over my shoulder, the dark night of the soul, darling dear. Where warriors were cast in what? Celestial energies. Overcoming is what you had to do, and you did it. You're being shown extra knowledge, insight. Pay attention to your dreams. Write them down. I've told you many times, at the time when you get the dream, you may not understand it. But we've got a saying in the UK, it always comes out in the wash in time. You will understand. Canas also speaks about what? Solitude. Some of you are finding your strength in your solitude. Why? It's the time when you get the most creativity being what? Put into your cranium. This is when you're being activated to what? Lean on your own understanding. This also speaks about dishonesty as well as betrayal. Some of you are feeling the isolation from dishonesty and betrayal. Your ancestral team wants you to put it down. I've told you this many times, my dear big cat. It was done for you, not to you. Some of you had to be rudely awakened to a situation you found yourself in when you were sent here to be the light. Know this, big cat. You heard that bell? Confirmation. Canas is represented by the letter K, I, and C. It also speaks about blindness as well as egomaniac. Egomaniac, somebody's in their ego, which is not their amigo. And it also speaks about what? Challenges as well as reinforcements. You have the fortitude and the endurance, darling dear. The race is not for the swift, but it's for those that can endure. Let's get some further messages around this. Not into you, darling dear. As you realize certain doors were shut in your face, certain people were taken from you. Some were ripped, darling dears, and some what got chucked out with the black bags, but I digress. But there is also a fortune cookie, darling dear. This is why your biggest talents, your gifts, your abilities, your true you was hidden from them, darling dear. Those doors was meant to be shut. That dark energy was meant to see you from a distance as a walk-in trophy. A walk-in trophy, darling dears. And you are in season. My nose is itching me. Oh gosh, somebody just stabbed me. Somebody's got an issue with around their liver area. You need to get it checked. Chaos and conflict, darling dear. This is about you what? Rising above said shiznai. The flag speaks about your transformation. Understanding what? To react and not respond. Respond and not react. We also see the 33, same as Jesus and Bob Marley. And it also speaks about law 33 in knowing your opponent. Knowing who's going to take you through it. Who wants you to still be in it, darling dears. Know your opponent. We also see a lot of clouds here. The grey speaks about being neutral in a situation. This is about you, understanding certain situations there is no reaction. The best one is East Island and Stevie Wonder, wanting you to keep your calm. Because why? That's your energy, darling dears. That's giving up your psychological password. You have to be more like Buddha, listening, quick to listen and slow to speak, in order to avoid chaos and conflict, which will be another stumbling block on your journey as the light. No, it said to go to a different deck. Okay. Thank you. Mercury Retrograde. Was it reinvention, darling dear? We also have a Mercury Retrograde. I believe it's coming up in May. But this also speaks about what Mercury is about: your intellect, your communication skills. You've reinvented yourself. You've actually bent the matrix. The 5 and the 1 is the energy of what? The Hierophant Taurus energy. We also have the 1, which is the Magician, Mercury again, as well as air energy. This also speaks about you being professor of the puzzle. This is about you realizing your intellect. This is why there was a lot of chaos and conflict. You was amongst those that wasn't even on your same intellectual level. How about that? Things that need to be realized and understood. You came here with a purpose. You was chosen amongst your lineage to be born in the age of Aquarius. You was given all of their gifts because they had the same gifts in a time where they couldn't use it, didn't know how to use it. You are the warrior of your lineage. Know this, and you never forget that, and continue with the reinvention of the big cat. Law 25 of the 48 laws of power. Pinkies up. They're admiring how you took the time to educate yourself. Mercury's about learning. Your logic. Mercury also rules Gemini as well as Virgo. We've already seen the energy of Virgo coming out with Canas, Ace of the deck, the 8th house, endings and beginnings. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio energy, darling dears. A time where you are sitting between Boaz and Jashin, the 2 pillars of wisdom, realizing certain situations cannot go on, realizing that you have to be the bigger person, realizing that your growth game is taking a lot of people off their trolleys, off their gangsters, because it's happening for you. They didn't want it to happen for you, but your ancestral team have been dispatched by the Most High to give you the help. Why? You chose not to stay on your back, big cat. Those endings brought the newest and best beginnings you could have ever asked for. Why? Because you are physically free, which gives you mental freedom and the chance to tap in to your creativities and create the life you want on this Malkuth, calling in the energies that are being afforded you by your ancestral team. The 8th house is covered by the wealth of others, so some of you will be going into unions, and it also speaks about death and dying, the death of the old you, the naysayers, the ones that sent all of the malicious energies. They are going to be judging you on who you were, who you used to be. It also speaks about what inheritance. Your transformation is giving you an inheritance of spiritual wealth, spiritual knowledge, spiritual abundance. It also speaks about the astral experiences. I told you, they've been trying to get at you in the dream state. And it also speaks about your lineage. Some of you go back to Egypt, some are I'm getting Celtic as well. Nothing wrong with the Celtics, I'm telling you. They had the shield maidens, the baddest, on the field, and could cook you a meal all before sundown. Fist bump. Let's see. What did I say? You're between worlds. Your words and your actions going forward have spiritual weight, darling dears. Lest you be dragged backwards down to that particular dark path, you have to understand the power that you wield. By understanding and knowing what you have to adopt a Reiki, darling dears. The Bushido Reiki is the best. The first is righteousness, courage, compassion, respect, respecting the power you hold and only using it for the betterment, darling dears. Truthfulness, honor, loyalty. And the 8th Bushido Reiki is what? Self-control. So that you can exemplify and embody the 7 Reikis before that on a daily basis, because you have a foot in both worlds. Okay. Let's get one from each. We get one from each. We have a masculine. We have a feminine. And your next move, darling dears. Both male and female are called to pay attention. You're getting a message from your first masculine and your first feminine of your lineage. Your next move should always be your best move, darling dears, as you move in silence, in gratitude. What does the masculine want? Oh, 2 of Wands, darling dears. Whatever you've been doing, this is about your actions being recognized, that you are on the right path, and you're about to be given. Something is going to be put. It's going to be like, it's going to feel as though it falls into your lap. This is what they want you to know. This is what your first masculine of your lineage wants you to know. 10 of Cups. But you have to beware of what? Those that would want to come and drain your energies as you are being blessed in their face. In the upright, this is a new beginning where everybody is getting their Shangri-La, emotional fulfillment. In the reverse, this is fake love, darling dears. Your ancestors, your first male ancestor wants you to know the difference so that you can turn your back on toxic temporary situations once and for all. Because they're vice versa. Oh gosh, you fell out. Oh. Capricorn energy on its back, darling dears. Negative, obsessive energy still watching you. This also speaks about the bonds. Whatever bound you to a situation, it holds you no more. We've also got the Queen of Cups. Your first masculine wants you to know that they respect the fact that you managed to what? Realize that you are not an otherworthy, you took back your love. The Queen of Hearts. Because the people that you was dealing with, what? Was King of Wands characters. In the reverse, High Commander Decepticons, narcissists, abusive, users. Those that like to keep the company of others and bring back a soul tie or two for you, darling dear. You are being protected by your first father. Showing you exactly what you left behind. We've also got a King of Pentacles. There's 3 people on this table. It could be family members that are watching you obsessively jealous. They're on a downturn in their life. Let's look a bit deeper into this. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is how can I put it, they're faking it to make it. But everybody is watching you in your new beginning as you turned your back from toxic situations. We already saw the Two of Wands. You heard that? They don't own you, darling dears. They would like to own you, to pull you about like taffy. Whomsoever these people, these three people in particular, it could be a mother, it could be the Queen of Cups is a wife, right? The King of Wands is a damn snake, darling dears. And whomsoever's doing it for the gram, it's not working for them. Because they can't emotionally get your psychological password again. Let's look a bit deeper into this message. What's it about this? What did you break? What did you break? Foolishness and being amongst the foolish. Those that are negative, what? Rinse and repeat cycles. You broke yourself off of that hamster wheel. Why? Because you focused. This is about you returning to your health, being stronger. I'm telling you, you are being recognized for the efforts you make to heal thyself. You came out of a situation that was hard to get out of, because these are coming out as kings and queens. So it's people that you held in high esteem that abused the situation. You are being protected by the first male of your lineage. This is also him reminding you to be careful where you invest your emotions in the future, because you will reap what you sow. Whomsoever adopted this King of Wands attitude, this is an ex-lover. The one who gave to many, betrayed you many times. But they was meant to do that for you to realize who you are. The one that gave you the deepest cut, you was meant to realize who you are. You made the right decision to invest in yourself, darling dear. It was confusing. But this is what you call blind justice. This King of Pentacles, good God, on your guard, darling dear. This is about your spiritual strength, the wounded warrior. Somebody who is hating on the fact that you've managed to turn your life around, this is what you're seeing. This is about entrepreneurship, your health being better, making right choices, being comfortable with the life that you're creating for yourself, all while you're being watched by those who are trying to keep up with you, and they haven't done the work. You was right to drop those burdens. Whomsoever these three people are in particular, you know who they are. You was protected from that situation. What is the blessing being afforded by the first masculine of your lineage? What blessing do they want you to know or have today? What is the blessing? It's a lot of cards, darling dears. It's a lot of cards. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. Please send the message of little confusion. What is the blessing that is being afforded to the big cat? Emperor or Empress of everything, knowing your worth, abundance, darling dear, Venus as well as what? Earth energy. This also speaks about some of you are going to be blessed with fertility, being fertile, a new child. And it also speaks about what? Co-creation as well as procreation. The Queen of the the Empress embodies all the strengths of all of the queens. This is about you knowing your worth and adding tax, darling dear. This is about you having a more abundant future. Look, I didn't even see that. The blessing is whatever you've chosen to do, darling dears, you're about to reach insurmountable success. A victory, a well-deserved victory. What is the challenge in this blessing? What is the challenge in this blessing? What is the challenge in this blessing? This is about you, what? Some of you feel as though your abundance is being delayed. Your success, whatever it is being delayed. It's not. It's for you to gain a deeper understanding. Because this is what you're coming from, darling dears. Where you was being watched as you went through your tribulations. We have the Hangman, represented by water, as well as Neptune energy, darling dears. This is about the new perspective because you surrendered. The challenge is for you to continue to disengage from situations that don't serve you, situations that will delay your greatness, delay your ascension, darling dears. This is about you putting your third eye. We already saw the High Priestess. Go within, darling dear. And don't allow anything to stop this greatness that's coming towards you, right? This was also reminding you not to forget who you are. Don't allow anybody to come in your way as a stumbling block. Pray, darling dear. Use your intuition, your discernment. This is not the time for you to be stuck. The challenge is to be careful of those that come to delay you. We also have a King of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Good golly and gosh. Whomsoever that wicked one that had his back turned, that possibly was around you because it made them look good, darling dear. They're getting the what? The full-on judgment, mate, without the Vaseline. You are an agent of karma, darling dears. And the blessing is for you to be what? Master of all you survey. A new home, a new business, getting accolades, whatever it is. And they're going to have to watch your blessing, darling dear. And there's nothing they can do because you are naked in the face of being on the docket in Keitha. Touch not the anointed, eh? This also speaks about someone coming towards you. This is someone who is partnership status, whether it's platonic or romantical. Your masculine of your lineage is telling you that this situation is going to be a success. And it also speaks about my ring-bearing card. Final advice from the first masculine. Please excuse the adverts. I leave them in because sometimes there's a message in there. Final advice. No, he said, put it back. Whomsoever you left in the past, darling dear, they're going through it. A prince of, was it a palace of lies, subterfuge, and bull swanky, darling dears? This is what? There's suffering because you have to return to your health. The Five of Pentacles is you overcoming a situation. But you have to realize that it's you that has to feel deserved in order for it to continue and multiply. Final message from the first masculine. Fell right into my lap, darling dears. Going to take it. Continue to use your intuition, darling dear, and your discernment. My battery's about to die. Let me get another power line. Did I bring it with me? Please excuse me. Just a second, darling dears. Let me plug you in. as I was saying, you're going to be continually gifted with badass alchemist ways. This is about spiritual downloads. It also speaks about travel. Some of you are being pushed to travel. We've already seen the trees with the spot dots in it. Yeah. The countryside. You need to go where there's more green, because this is where some of you will be meeting your what? True love's first kiss. And you have those badass alchemist ways. You can command whatever life you want, but you have to believe and put your back into it. There's no point having a dream if you don't work towards it. And as you continue to ascend, there will be new devils, but we also have the energy of the 5, Taurus, the Hierophant energy. Boundaries, darling dears. Boundaries. This is what their issues are. I told you. Your achievements and your accolades. The more you achieve, the more regret they're feeling. They, them, and I told you it's as many as 3 people in particular that wanted you brown bread or in the madhouse. And we have what? Moon energy, Cancer energy, as well as Pisces. Emotions, feelings, instinct, as well as memories. The moon is all about as well your intuition as well as your habits. Pay attention to the habits that are not furthering your greatness at this moment in time. Okay. Let's move on, darling dears. Told you. Blessing blocker, darling dears. They're watching you. Again, we have the energy of the 5. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Hierophant Taurus energy. Let's get a fresh deck. We also saw the King of Swords, back turned. That could be as many as 4 people, darling. They're High Commander Decepticon. Somebody who like to what? Get you in your psychological. What was the first feminine of your lineage want to say? World card, new beginning, clean slate. This also speaks about salvation, darling dear. Some of you need to understand your salvation will be on the World Wide Web. Get your intel out there. I've told you many times, there is $2.3 trillion on the tableau for creative and motivational things online. Age of Aquarius, a time where your ancestors did not have what you have at your fingertips. World card is represented by Earth as well as Saturn energy. Saturn with the rules and regulations as well as the rewards. What does your first feminine want you to know? Not often do they come out together. The last time I think I did a read with them, they was telling you off. We just saw the 9 of Wands. They know you were spiritually wounded. But they also, your first feminine wants to know that you are definitely on the path to victory and success. This is winning. This is recognizing they both recognize the skills that you have and how you've been handling situations. Blessed and highly favored, darling dear. What else? And to the King of Pentacles in the upright is the Queen. I told you, the feminine knows that you're going into a divine union. Again, this is the ring-bearing card. This is also what? Celebrations and engagement, or you are engaging. It also speaks about your business acumen. Queen of Pentacles. If you have progeny, you're an excellent mother. Your progeny see you as winning, despite what was put on your table. The Queen of Pentacles is represented by Earth energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It also speaks about the choices, financial choices that you've been taking, knowing that you're being guided. It also speaks about your trustworthy, generous nature. Some of you are in the financial business, speaking, healing others. She wants you to know that your efforts have been recognized, darling dear. all in the face of havoc. You managed to overcome, endure, and now bending the matrix. She's giving you applause. Right, you heard that. No one can tell you what to do. Love it. Yes, baby. What is the blessing of the first feminine? If you're going to get one, let it be this. A miracle, darling dears. She recognized what you went through to subconsciously pour away what no longer serves you. She recognized that you listened to a higher power, but noted by the bird. It also speaks about chakra balancing. Some of you need to be doing yoga or did yoga, pilot, something to balance out your energies. A miracle is coming your way, darling dears. This is the blessing. You're about to be paid, never the maid. Yes, baby. Libra energy again, walking agent of karma. This also speaks about situations you've been in before where you gave too much of yourself, darling dears. The first feminine of your lineage recognized what you did to come out of other worth. Recognize the attention to detail, to study, to find knowledge. Return your health back to wealth. You're about to get hit up in your wallet, your pocketbook, your handbag for the abundance you brought into your life and the blessings that you give to others. The pouring away also is about giving insight to others. Always help out someone. Lead with love. Lead with love. What they choose to do with said intel is their karma, not yours. The first feminine of your lineage is sending you love, darling dear, and the blessing of a miracle. But she also wants you to understand your worth. Always know your worth in a situation. This is self-sabotaging thoughts. She wants you to get rid of them, to pour them away. The best way to get rid of a self-sabotaging thought is to question it. Because your actions up to this point, you're winning. Queen pin or king pin. You may not feel as though you're winning if you are comparing yourself to others. The only person you need to compare yourself to was the cat you was the day before. And how you managed to get out of that situation. How you managed to go within and was gifted with the tools to bend the matrix. This also is telling you to be on your guard. Because there's a scumbag out there, somebody who's shady and sneaky and a full-on liar, a cheater, all of the above, darling dear. Be on the alert for incoming. Somebody would like to sneak back into your situation. The first feminine say no. Because they know your next move is about to be your greatest move, your finest piece of work. You're being blessed. Know this, big cat. Because it's not easy when you are being between worlds. Can't you see the milk and honey? Your hard work, your efforts to bend the matrix is paying off. What's that? A number 3, Empress energy again. The same Empress energy that came through with the first masculine. Spiritual blessings is not for the faint-hearted. It's what you endure and overcome, darling dears. Someone would like to sneak back in, right? Again, they're both telling you to put your third eye on bitches and mitches. Eyes on everyone. Everyone must be interviewed, right? Some of you are high priest or high priest. Some of you are readers yourselves. You've been blessed with this sight, darling dear, by your first masculine and your first feminine. I'm also getting the come as you are. This is moon energy as well as Pisces, Cancer. Because this is your rebirth. This is a new beginning for you. Rise of the big cat. I also said that there was going to be some death with Canas. Somebody's going to get the knowledge that you are not the same cat you was before. You lead with spiritual wealth, darling dears. Know this. Final outcome. Whomsoever this scumbag is to you, darling dear, or scumbags, because we saw as many as, what, 3, 4 people. They're going to come to try and come back to steal from you again. Don't let them in, darling dear. The ones is also spiritual guidance, darling dears. Don't let that particular fox let's go back to the beginning. Drop down and get our eagles on, right? Where is it? Don't let the wolf back in, darling dear. They see you as a walking trophy, and you are in season. You've already separated yourself. Notice, there is no bridge for them to get to you, darling dears, unless you put that bridge work in, unless you allow it to come in, darling dear. Don't allow those energies back, and you will feel it. You are high priest, you are high priestess. Intuition and discernment is what your ancestral team want you to know, because you're going to greener pastures. This is what the countryside means. Greener, more abundant, generational wealth. And this looks like teeth. Anyhow, that back get any closer, it's about to get whomped. This person or people only have the passion, right, to cheat, lie, steal, gossip, slander, and bring down your vibe, darling dear. Don't allow a Mitch to kill your vibe at this stage of the game. You are about to be blessed in a way that you can't even comprehend the work you did. Final outcome, final message from the first feminine. 171 in the chat. Namaste, big cats. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying these messages. Like, subscribe, and share. And hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm in the tarot streets again. What did I say? Security, darling, dear, masculine energy. Not that you need to be secure, divine feminine, because you're doing the damn thing. But this is equal give and take. And the masculine energy is what? On the feminine, a divine union. We already saw the king and queen of Pentacles, whether it's through romance or platonic or business. Abundance, darling, dear. Whomsoever you left in the past, don't take them back. They're not the right fit for you now. Please excuse the adverts, I'm trying to click them off. But they're going for it today, guys. Final message for the big cat from the first feminine of their lineage. And there we have it. The plot twist. You are the plot twist. As we begun the reading, we're going to finish it with a 9. The Hermit is represented by a 9, darling dear. Continue to isolate yourself from situations that you've simply outgrown, which is not on your spiritual pay grade. You are the plot twist. They underestimated you, and now they want to come back. Don't allow them, darling dear. Never you ever forget you are a big cat And you are a once in a lifetime cat. Let them watch from the nosebleed section as you're being blessed with a plot twist in the form of a miracle. Let's take one final look at this next move. What do we need to look at to see? I'm going to use... Where is it? I'm trying to find it, darling dears. Just give me a minute. I'm going to use the bonus deck. Base of the deck. What did I say? Ascending, darling dear. Nothing like a spiritual blessing to help you feel what? Above it all, darling dears. Above it all. And from a higher point, you are like an eagle flying above the storm. Seeing everything for what it truly is. Because you have a foot in both worlds. The next move. What do I say about the twin flame? Old blowtorch? Right? This is what they wanted for you. They wanted you to forever be in a cocoon of other worth, not realizing the power you hold. Not everybody has the crown, darling dears. Somebody has to shine that bitch for you. Your next move is not to go back to old blowtorch, right? Those that try to clip your wings didn't want you to heal, right? Didn't want you to have growth, darling dear. Brought a lot of what? Unbalanced situations. Because your heart chakra is healing. Your ancestral team want you to understand, guard your heart, darling dears. Proverbs 4:23. For from your heart is the well of life. And some of you are being advised to get what? A pendulum. Get a pendulum. Because you're about to get a what? A love call. This speaks about someone expressing his love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. You better dead that shit. Dead that shit. This is a past situation. Somebody wants to what? Turn back the hands of time. Something not even R. Kelly can do. This person will come back as a zombite. You see, you know and recognize the body, but you don't know what their intentions are. Anything can be said in a text message or over the phone. Don't allow what you put in the ground, darling dear, to dig itself back up and be in your hemisphere. Because they got the keys, darling dear, as well as you have the keys. The keys to your Chiron, your healing, your new vehicle, your new domicile, your new business, whatever it is, darling dear. Treat these keys like Smeagol with his energies. This is what your ancestral team want you to know. Because they were narcissists, you was dealing with them. Self-indulgent. Don't allow them to control the narrative of your life. Don't allow them to stop you. Let them watch. Somebody's got to clap, big cat. Continue to follow your passions. Stay blessed and highly favored. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. Don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat.